What do you think about when you hear the words Easter egg? Me? I usually think of a funny or interesting detail put into a game by the developers, but over the years of gaming, the creators have managed to put in more scary kinds of secrets, which intend to frighten the player. Today, I present to you the top 30 creepiest Easter eggs in video games. The G-Man from Half-Life. The G-Man is surrounded in mystery and not much is known about his character, but he seems to have godlike powers. The player encounters this figure several times throughout the story. When you see him first, he's no big deal. See him twice and you get the feeling that you are being silently stalked, adding a creepy vibe to the game's atmosphere. Haunted Baby Stroller from GTA 4. In one of GTA's beach areas, one may come across a baby stroller. Some say they have seen it move on its own, and others have not. Shooting or moving the stroller will result in hearing a baby start to cry or say the word, Mama. It is strange it is in the game because there are no kids to be found across the open world. Flytrap from Call of Duty World at War. This is an Easter egg that is activated by shooting a control panel outside of the zombie map, Der Riese. When shooting it, a few green pickups circle through the air and is followed by a ghost girl saying that she wants to play a game and exclaims that she wants to play hide and seek. Upon exploring the map, you come across 3 objects you have to shoot. Once all 3 are shot, the ghost screams, "Game over." Cannibal Family from Fallout 3. The town of Andale in this free roam title seems pretty nice at first, but after taking a closer look, a dark secret can be discovered. When talking to an NPC, he will tell you to get out of the town. When entering the Smith's house, everything seems normal, but when entering the basement of the home is where it gets out of hand. A mass of body parts line the countertops in the basement. It turns out that the town is the home of a bunch of cannibals, and refusing to keep this a secret makes them hostile. Witch Jumpscare from Payday the Heist. When the power is cut in the No Mercy level, there's a small chance that a witch from Left 4 Dead will spawn in a closet next to a reception desk. If the witch is approached, she jumps at the window, letting loose a terrifying scream. Uboa from Yume Nikki. If the light is turned off in Poniko's room, there is a 1 in 64 chance that Uboa will replace her body. Once Uboa is there, the player can't turn off the lights or leave the room. Designs that used to be in the room change, and the player's only choice is to touch Uboa. Once this happens, the player is teleported to the White Desert. A strange bleeding creature appears in the background, and the only way to escape is to wake up. The town of Tumbleweed from Red Dead Redemption. This town was once full of life, but that all changed once the railroad was built. The town is very creepy, especially when taking a visit at nighttime. There is a strange light in the church, and a dog can be seen out, but disappears after a while. The mansion is, by all means, the scariest part of the town. Once inside, footprints can be seen, and voices can be heard. Doors will open by themselves, and animals will act strange in the basement. Going to the town offers an eerie experience for any player. Demon Baby from Max Payne 3. After fighting a few soldiers at the beginning of Chapter 3, a TV is found in the following room. After watching a few commercials, a special romance show will begin. The secret is so random that it makes the player terrified as well as confused. monkey family from Halo 3. This abomination appears in the level Sierra 117, the first mission. Scaling a few cliffs and rocks through the level, the player comes to the final rock where a small alcove contains 4 monkeys with human faces. Even scarier is that one is holding a teddy bear, and when they are shot, they bleed. Ghost Lady from Grand Theft Auto 5. This ghost only appears from 11 o'clock to midnight. You have to be a certain distance to see the ghost. Being too far causes her to disappear. Fans have found out that the girl might have been pushed into the water by her husband. Hell's Mirror from Doom 3. The creepy mirror appears in a certain bathroom within the game. Staring into it causes the screen to zoom in very quickly while a scary tone plays. It all happens very fast, and is almost like a regular screamer. The mirror has nothing special about it. This was just the developers trying to scare the player even more. Multiplayer sounds from Call of Duty World at War. In some multiplayer maps in this installment of Call of Duty, there are a few hidden secrets left for us to discover. Most can only be found in spectator mode in the map Dome, but if you go down into the abyss, you can hear Russians yelling an army chant. On the map Asylum, going to the bathroom area results in hearing a girl crying softly. Also, a creepy piano piece can be heard by going to the rooms above the bathrooms. The Old Chateau from Pokemon Platinum. This creepy house is located in Eterna Forest just outside of Eterna City. The theme to this house is very creepy for a kid's game. Aside from the scary music, 2 actual ghosts can be found. One is an old man, also known as the butler, and he appears in the dining room. The little girl is another ghost and is found upstairs in the far right room. Ghost from Hitman Contracts. In the mission, Traditions on the Trade, there is a locked wing of the hotel. Using a lockpick and entering sometimes causes a ghost to appear in the hallway. In the bathroom, staring into the mirror will cause the ghost to appear behind you. The ghost also appears in the bedroom corner. It is unknown why this was put into the game, having nothing to do with the storyline. Idle from Fatal Frame 2. This Easter egg is triggered simply by going idle. Upon doing so, a very scary face of a ghost girl materializes on the screen, and then disappears, then repeats the process on another area of the screen. No one knows who the girl is, and there is no mentioning of her character anywhere. It is just a scary picture for all we know. Teddy bears from Black Ops 2. Teddy bears are used in the zombie mode to show which area the mystery box can spawn. If you inspect the bears for a while, you will notice that it begins to move. It lifts its head and then looks to the left, scanning the room, just to put its head back in the same position. This Easter egg went unnoticed for quite the time. Gyroid face from Animal Crossing. If the player restarts the game in a friend's town, the time you turn the game back on, your character has a horrifying looking face. It is very unexpected, and the moment you see it for the first time in game will surely send a chill down your spine. What a great way to remind you to save your game, right? Rattmann's Den from Portal 2. Portal 2 already has a dark side, but things just got even darker. In Chapter 3, Test 17, if you find your way into the open loft above you, you will find the final den of Doug Rattmann. Rattmann is supposedly the only survivor of GLaDOS' poisoning of the facility. If you go up to the wall where the painting is, you can hear the Rattmann himself. Pokemon X and Y, Ghost Mystery. The old Chateau is not the only place ghosts are found in the Pokemon series. In this game, the mysterious girl first shows up in a building in Lumio's city. After going to the second floor, the lights flicker and the ghost shows up behind you. She utters that you are not the one. You can search the first floor forever, but she won't appear. However, she does appear again throughout the game. She appears for a second time in the hotel in the same city. Aliens from Outlaws. If the player was to blow open the outhouse in the first level with some dynamite, you could walk inside where you could find a UFO. That's not it though. You can open up a small window on the spacecraft to reveal a few aliens, and of course, a small screamer. Hellvalley Skytrees from Super Mario Galaxy 2. What's to say that hasn't been said already? These supposed trees stare down at Mario and follow his every move. It takes place in the Shiverburn Galaxy, where no one would even have the time to stop and take a look above you. Definitely makes you nervous when playing through it again and noticing them. Fans hacked the game and found that the coding of the figures were called Hellvalley Skytrees. Sounds nice for a child's game, right? Milla's Secret from Psychonauts. Psychonauts doesn't seem like it would have any dark aspects to it. Well, it turns out it actually does. During Milla's dance party, you can enter a room that is filled with chanting of little children. They are asking why Milla didn't save them, or saying how much the fire is burning them. Milla is hiding a dark past behind her. She used to work in an orphanage, but it burned down one day, causing all the children to die. Ghostface. from Super Mario 3D Land. At the end of the level 4-4, if the player waits long enough, a ghost slowly appears behind the gate towards the right-hand side. The ghost then stays a bit longer before disappearing. Some fans associate this with Super Mario Galaxy 2's Hellvalley Skytree, but no one knows for sure. Whispered names from Black and White. When playing this game after 10 at night, there is a chance that the game will whisper your name. It does this by reading your files on your computer, kinda like Psycho Mantis. It has a massive collection of all kinds of names to whisper, so hopefully yours isn't one of them. Jumpscare from Call of Duty Zombies. In the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Mob of the Dead, if you go up to the rooftop where you can use the sniper rifle to look out towards the fireworks, a face will appear in the scope. The face is one of the main characters in the Transit zombie map. This Easter egg was said to be here to ward off Easter egg hunters. Pedo Room from Call of Duty Finest Hour. The first installment of the Call of Duty franchise holds a terrifying Easter egg. On the underground passage level, throw 2 grenades at the door that you see once you left the spiral staircase area. Then press the action button and throw another grenade. The door will blow open and you can now access it. When inside, there are loads of pictures of little kids on the walls. In the middle of the room, a small child is in the crib. He shows no emotion toward the player in his presence. Pressing the action button will cause the ghost to float out of the crib and disappear. A few teddy bears can also be found and picked up, as well as a machine gun. Hidden message from Sonic CD. At the sound test screen, if the player entered 12, 46, 25, then they would be greeted with the very disturbing image of many Sonics with a strange mask on. The writing translates to "Fun is infinite" with Sega Enterprises, and it is signed by the devil. It was put into the game as a joke, but with the creepy boss music in the background, the player's thoughts of the joke are not the same as the developers. Bunny Stare from Silent Hill 4. There are a number of different hauntings in this game, but the scariest one goes to the bunny that stares back at you after looking through the wall a few times. You can occasionally see the bunny's face on a balloon when you are looking outdoors. Krypt Scare from Mortal Kombat 9. In the crypt, the alleged Krypt Monster randomly pops up no matter what you are doing. This egg has frightened way too many gamers because of how it pops up randomly. No one knows why it pops up, and it has nothing to do with the story. Run option from Game Boy Camera. This Easter egg gets extra points for being in a kid's game. There are a total of 5 creepy faces that appear in this game. Upon pressing the run option, when asked what to do, it will result in one of the faces popping up on the screen along with a scary piece of music to go along with it. This is one of the first actual jump scares to ever exist. And again, it is in a kid's game. Imagine, you were playing this later at night and seeing one of these abominations take over the screen. What would you think? This will forever haunt the souls of many gamers for years to come, and it is why it takes the #1 spot on this list. Thank you guys so much for watching my first vocal countdown. I plan to do a lot more in the future, so please subscribe and like for more content.